Hi, and welcome to this episode of Little Sprout Speech TV. Grab your pen and paper because today you're with me here in my therapy room on the floor where I usually get down and have fun with the little kitties in our sessions. So I wanted to bring you this episode as if you and I were working together and I was working with your child and having a conversation with you right from the floor with your child in front of me. So we're going to talk about how to teach your child to follow directions. Now I know we did an earlier video on this, but this one's a little bit different because I'm actually going to give you specific words and instructions on how to use these words. So tip number 1 today is we're going to teach in, then on, and then under. So those are your 3 words that I want you to focus on this week. In, on, under. And how are we going to do that? Well, one of the toys I have here is a pizza party playset from Melissa and Doug. Love Melissa and Doug. And you'll see here that they've got pepperoni and mushrooms and peppers. And so you could actually tell your child, put the mushroom in with the mushrooms, put it in, and they would have to put it in, one of these squares here. If you're sorting, ideally you'd want them to put it in the right one, but not really our goal. We just want them to put it in. Maybe you want to work on. Okay, put the pepper on the pizza, right? You might have to show them first and then they'll do it, but that's how you would teach on. And then under. Now this one gets a little silly. I'm warning you, okay? So you have to be someone who's silly. Hold on, let me break a slice here. Put the pepperoni under the pizza. Under the pizza? Does it go under the pizza? No, let's put it on the pizza. And so you see here I'm dragging out in, on, under, whichever one I'm working on, right? But like I said before, what I want you to do is teach in, then on, and then under. Now, tip number 2 is to use either pictures or sign to make these directions clearer to your child, right? So what does that mean? So when I'm giving instructions, I like to make sure my hands are free when I give them, unless I'm teaching in the moment and I need to show them. So I would say, and here I've got a different toy I'll show you with. I put some things in these eggs, and so we have a whole bucket of eggs here. So we might say, oh, where is it? Oh, look, the duck is in the egg. It's in. Where is it? In the egg. Oh, look, it fell out. Can you put the duck in? Put it in, and then I might hand it to the child and say, here, put it in. And you notice I'm not saying, put the duck in the egg. I'm going, put it in. I just showed them what I want them to do, so I'm trying to keep it simpler. I'm just saying, put it in, your turn. And so then as they have it, if they take it in their hands, okay, I might remind them, okay, put it in the egg. And so that's one sign that I love. Now, another one is and we can actually dump out these eggs and use the bottom this can be on. Put the duck on the bucket. It's on the bucket, and then I might show them on the bucket, and don't slap your hand as hard as I did. Put it on the bucket, and that's how I would teach on. And then under the bucket. So you can actually keep it upside down and on the floor, put it under, put it on, on top like that, and say, oh, it's under the bucket. It's under the bucket. And the sign for that one is under. So that I actually like the signs over pictures sometimes when we're doing this because it can be a little quicker when you're just kind of doing it on the fly. But again, you can print off pictures that show in, on, and under and use those very successfully as well. And so then our last tip of the day is to use a variety of toys and to teach these things in different places. And I think I alluded to this earlier in the video. And the reason why I say that is because your child is expected to follow directions in all kinds of places, not just at home where you teach them or in the therapy room where you teach them, but everywhere they go. They have instructions to follow. School, out in the community, the dinner table, wherever. So The goal here is just to practice with lots of different things in lots of different places. You know, you can use like beach toys like these when you go to the beach and practice in, on, and under. You can even create a little sand table in your house or outside and play with these. And oh, put the cow in the little sifter or whatever you want to call this thing that sifts out the sand. And, you know, oh, look, the cow is in. Okay, let's take it out. Put the cow on. Oh, he's on. Put the cow under. Oh, look, he went under. You know, and so that's also another reason I kind of will mix up the signs with the action that I'm doing at the time, and that's probably why I find it easier. But anyways, the goal here is to, we'll review the points here. The goal is to, 1, teach in, then on, then under. Tip number 2 was to use, well, actually that I mixed them up. Tip number 2 was to use pictures to support or signs. And you saw I preferred signs for this particular activity myself, but pictures work beautifully and I always encourage pictures. And tip number 3 is to use a variety of toys and teach it in a variety of places. I hope this helps get you and your little one started on the road to following directions. I look forward to answering any questions you have. Be sure to hop over to our Facebook page and let us know if you have any questions. You can comment below the video. And we look forward to speaking to you the same place, same time next week. Have a great day, everybody. This is Hallie Balkin signing off.